You know, you're pulling from primary documents. You're reading from actual texts that we have in history, and yet these might be erased from certain textbooks in Florida now, right? There are memory laws being passed. We have the politicization of the very primary facts that you're talking about. Tom, why are you wading into this? You're a storyteller, not a politician. Um, why is this important in this moment in our country?
Well, as Ben Bradlee said, he used to run the Washington Post, the truth, no matter how painful, is much less dangerous than a lie in the long run. The idea that some degree of learning about our history is going to be made either illegal or so far removed that you'll have to go off and work in order to determine the truth of what happened in our past. Number one, I think, is insulting to us as Americans and as grown-ups who can take our past, learn from it, and understand. Well, hey, look how far we've come. If I was going to say what would be the best thing that could come about by the specific teaching of such things as any number of things that are trying to be banned by any number of states, not just Florida, is look, it's going to rob us of the progress that we have made as America. The preamble to the Constitution states these beautiful words: in order to form a more perfect union. If we can no longer discuss our faults, if we can no longer be taught about the mistakes that 9 generations prior to us living made, how in the world are we going to progress towards making a more perfect union? We have to see our missteps, and I think we have to see them to a degree of dispassion. And passion is being brought into a place in which I think it's just being used in order to maintain some sort of status quo. That's beyond my pay range, I got to tell you. But here's, are we going to learn then somehow, like in his fabulous book, Master of the Senate, about Lyndon Baines Johnson, how thin the margin was of victory that Lyndon Johnson won the Senate race in Texas the year he first entered the Senate, or how John F. Kennedy won the presidency against Richard and Nixon by a paper-thin margin from a bunch of votes from Illinois. We have to know this stuff, because otherwise we are not going to get one step closer to the perfect union that we had in the late 1700s. And I think why wouldn't anybody who essentially likes to read history books for pleasure not wade into that and simply say, I got to say, man, that is so wrong. The whole idea of saying, no, you must not read books based on our history is some degree of, it's like living in the bizarro world from an old Superman comic book, which Jeffrey and I know an awful lot about old Superman comics.